It's a building that's meant so much to the city of New Orleans and all of its residents over the years. And our coverage of the NFL has brought us to it, Caesars Superdome. Jake Elliott is out ready to kick this one away. And here we go from New Orleans. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. First play is to the air. He's on the move. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
One play in, and already they're close to midfield. This is Alvin Kamara with it. And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
2nd down now, 7 to go. They stay on the ground with Kamara. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, they were hoping to get outside and meet those guys at the 2nd level. Well, someone from the 2nd level came to beat him on his turf. And that meeting didn't go so well.
So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. Throwing now, off play action. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes. And your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
And this one ventures out of play on the fly. The question is where it's marked. Looks like they'll say the 17-yard line. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They run it with Saquon Barkley. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Stop made by C.J. Henderson. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4. They go to Barkley again. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29. That one gains 7. And that's a Philadelphia 1st down.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
A play fake now hurts to throw. His first throw is an interception. That's Demario Davis. And the Saints will take over as he records his first interception of our season. Well, for their sake, partner, I sure hope the rest of their pass attempts this game go a whole lot better than that, because it is pretty clear this defense came to play.
And I can promise you this, Kate, nowhere on that opening script does the word interception ever appear. You never want to see an INT. Now they're going to have to flush it. That's the key here for this quarterback in the offense. Got to flush that mistake and press on ahead.
Throwing now from the gun. This is reeled in by Taysom Hill. And able to get this down to the 15 before going out. They gain 14 on the play. And the Saints are going to have a first down. From the red zone now. He's got it! Touchdown, New Orleans! So on first score of the game here as they cap off that drive with a touchdown.
It's really what you're looking for, Kate, offensively. You want to force the other guys into thinking they need to play a little catch-up right away. So a nice job to get that first score and take early control of this game.
Blake Groupie to try the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Saints will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Reed now to kick this one away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Stop made by C.J. Henderson. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Running left, this is Barkley. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. Stop made by C.J. Henderson.
You know, that's a good run right there. Keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. Here's another carry for Barkley. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. This one goes for 3 yards. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
First down throwing for Hurts. This one falls incomplete. Was Devontae Smith the intended receiver? So it's second down coming up.
Defensive coaches in the NFL say it all the time. Limit the big play. Keep these guys in front of you. Well, this defense is going to have to stay vigilant because this receiver, he could take the lid off a defense at any time.
On second down, here's Barkley. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag. And they're going to go ahead and let the play stand as it happens. Ready now for our second quarter. The Eagles have the football. They start out with a 3rd and 9. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. That one's cut along the left sideline. 16 yards on the play. And that's a Philadelphia first down.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
1st and 10 from the 41. Hurts to throw. And he's brought down for a loss. Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. Hurts looking to throw. He finds Smith. And he nearly takes it to the red zone before going out. They pick up 20 yards there. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
And he has it along the sideline, but he got a little too close to that edge. They're going to say he's out of bounds. We got second down.
You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
Space to the left. And he's finally taken down at the 7-yard line. Give him about 16 yards on that gain, Brock, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
They had the first down by a comfortable margin right there. Remember that play call. Put that one away. Could be a money play for them the next time they're in a similar spot.
Gonna run with Barkley. And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
So from the 3, here's 2nd and goal. Barkley. And he bowls through the defense for a touchdown. The Eagles start to fight back with their first points of this game. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. Now Jake Elliott on to attempt the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Eagles tie this game 7-7. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Starting the drive with a give to Jones. 3 yards on the 1st down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Give on 2nd to Kamara. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. He musters up 3 yards on the run. That sets up 3rd and 4.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Third and 4 coming up now. Throwing is Rattler. That one doesn't find its man. Incomplete.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Corliss Waitman on to punt. And this will be his 2nd effort of the contest. Ooh, this was not hit well, and it's headed for the sideline. So we're at the 2-minute warning here from the Superdome. It's the Eagles taking over on offense. Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Shotgun snap for Hurts. Locked his one deep downfield. A dangerous throw, and he almost got burned by it. The interception dropped and incomplete on 1st down.
You hear defensive coaches preach this all the time about not giving up the big play. Keep everything in front of you. They're going to need to stay vigilant because he's definitely a receiver who can take the lid off of a defense.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Barkley on the shotgun handoff. They're working a couple of yards past the line. That play wrapped up by Mario Davis. Eagles hustling everyone back to the line. On 3rd down, it's Hurts. He's got the hook up to Cooper. The Saints calling for a timeout. They're first. As they'll get together and discuss with 4th down coming up.
Never eat shredded wheat. Northeast, south, and west, right, Kate? And I like on 3rd downs, north and south. You start going east to west and eating that wheat, you can run into problems just like that.
Now on 4th down, on comes Braden Mann to boot this away for the Birds. And this is the first time he's been called on today. He was only needed twice in last week's win, and he gets this one away. So this one will go out of bounds, and they'll start the drive inside their own 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They're going to start on the ground with Kamara. And he found some running room for a nice gain. The rookie out of Alabama, they're on the tackle.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Another run for Kamara. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. It's a 4-yard gain, and that's going to get him across the marker and earn the first. We have a timeout here. Second one taken by New Orleans. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Rattler back to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up. The Saints call their third and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. Back to the line they go. It's second down. Trying again, following the sack. And he brings it in, but got too close to the sideline there. They're ruling him out of bounds. We've got third down.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to see.
Now we have a stoppage. No challenges inside of 2 minutes and a half, but the replay official wants to take another look at this on their own. No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. They don't get this snapped in time. This is going to back them up. Can't get the play off in time, and I'm going to wager the call is going to come in much quicker, Brock, for this next snap. The penalty makes it 3rd and 8 here. Now Rattler. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their first. Corliss Waitman out there again to punt this away. To return, Adoree Jackson. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. He's got this at the 27. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. That one an impressive 57-yard kick. And hardly any time remaining for them in this game. Only 17 seconds left for him as they begin this drive. They'll turn to the ground game and just run this clock out. And he's brought down after a tremendous effort just to get a couple of yards. Philadelphia going to spend its second timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Setting up to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up. We've reached the midway point of this contest. 2 quarters down and an exciting 2 to go. The NFL on EA Sports returns after this. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Heward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. Something's got to be the difference maker here in half number 2. We'll see what it is as we're off and running once again. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. Chase Young bringing him down there. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9. Running right, it's Barkley. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Making the stop that time, Kool-Aid McKinstry.
When you don't have great success on first down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune third down situation.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Hurts now from the gun. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked off by Tyrann Mathieu. And he takes this one back to the pick 6. But we all know getting the interception is the important thing, Brock. But how about this guy having the wherewithal to transition into a really nice return to then get the touchdown out of it, too?
Yeah, that's a great point. We talk about it with receivers, right? Getting vertical right away after making a catch. Same thing for these defenders when they make a pick. They secure the football, sure, but instantly they go back to their offensive days. They want that touchdown, and they want a moment they won't forget.
That one right down the middle. And the Saints break that tie and now lead by 7. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. Dory Jackson now to return it. The tackle's made, so this drive will begin at the 34-yard line. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Has him on the quick hitter. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down. Back now, pressure on its way. This will be caught by Cooper. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains. First down, ball at the 36. On the play fake, it's Hurts. Taking a deep shot there on first down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete.
That's somebody they're going to look for if he has any space, Steve. That space, though, Kate, just disappeared between when he let that pass go and when he actually made it down the field.
They'll go from the gun with Barkley. Pushing for the red zone. And he is all the way ahead to the 13-yard line. It's a 23-yard pickup on the play. And that's a Philadelphia first down. Working inside the red zone. And not a great choice on first down. It's incomplete, nearly intercepted, actually, so second down coming up.
Well, that's not the uniform you want to see almost bringing it in. They are so fortunate to have another shot down here after the near pick.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Hurts. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Couldn't connect with Amari Cooper. So now it's going to be third and long. Here's Hurts. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up fourth down.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, where they come down to a play or two, and third downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, the coach wants to see them convert those.
So on fourth down, on comes the Eagles kicker, Jake Elliott, for the try. This only a chip shot from the right hash. The kick by Hopkins is good. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
You look at that third down play, looking back, and it really turns into a 3-point play. It's why situational work is so critical. Coaches talk about it all the time. Sure, you love the field goal, but man, they would have loved a touchdown more.
Looking up towards the dome. Can't bring it in clean.
Okay, I think he was in full-on panic mode for a brief moment. He just made sure it never overwhelmed him. Calmly picks it back up. May have lost him some yards, but at least it didn't lose them the possession.
Kamara now on 1st and 10. And 2 yards is all he's going to get before he's caught. Brought down by Jalen Carter. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line.
Ooh, this is going to be a false start on the offense here. There was a blitz coming, and that got somebody to panic and jump early. It cost him 5 yards. Offense to the line for second down. Rattler. Able to find Jones. And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. Zach Vaughn with the tackle.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
And the play clock hits 0. This is going to be delay a game. A little slow to operate the offense, and they're going to back it up as a result of that penalty. Penalty not helping their cause for this third down. They'll motion him out of the backfield. They kick the running back in motion. Third and long for him here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of fourth down. Here comes the Saints punting unit. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. Punt taken near midfield. And a nice return has him looking at a very short field now. Nice moves on the return. He gets 17 out of it. And the Eagles will start their drive in optimal field position. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. They give to Barkley, left side. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. Give him 13 on that play. And that's good for an Eagles first down. Here's Saquon. Has a big hole left. And he's going to end up out of bounds, which will end our third quarter. So they'll be set up with a 1st and goal when we come back. It's the Eagles in possession to start. They trail, but that lead is reachable. Gotta think this is 4-down territory, Brock, as they come up here, 1st and goal. Option play, they give it to Barkley. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
These defensive ends today are so good, Kate, with their hands, and it's often right off the jump. If you can win with your hands, if you can create space, you can get a tackle behind the line of scrimmage.
Law sets him up at the 9-yard line. It's 2nd and goal. I'll try again with Barkley. And he's got them down to the doorstep inside the 5. It's a gain of 6. They've got 3rd and goal from the 3.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damn...
Touchdown, Philadelphia! So that, Brock, an important score here as they move out in front.
This is the time of the game where your legs just get a little bit tired. But that was a determined-looking drive right there. They were not going to be denied, and they're able to score and take the lead.
This to go up by a field goal here in the 4th. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Eagles push their lead to 3. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Kamara running out of the gun. The lateral goes haywire. Live ball. And this is going to be a turnover. The defense forces the big play. Well, that didn't take long, Brock. One play, and they're back out there.
Well, that's how a defense can make you awfully happy as an offensive player, especially when you screw it up and you fumble. The defense picks up that offense and puts them right back on the field.
They're out and set. 1st and 10. Throwing now, following the turnover. Short pass brought in. And he's going to be taken down near the 8-yard line. Give him about 16 yards on that gain, Brock, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you planned for, and you go out and execute.
Handoff headed right, Barkley. And they'll make the stop after a small push to the 5. They're 3 yards closer to the end zone. Here comes 2nd and goal.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
Second and goal coming up, 5 yards to the end zone. Throwing here, Hurts. And he scores! It's a Philadelphia touchdown! The Eagles grow their lead off the turnover. A.J. Brown, the touchdown! His 2nd scoring catch of the game. Elliott on now to attempt a point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Eagles make it a 10-point ball game.
Saints 14. Jake Elliott taking off for Philadelphia.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Rattler. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Some movement there before the snap, right side of the line. This is going to back them up. So tough to stay set when you've got defenders doing everything they can to make you jump, and, well, they got one of them to move that time. So things getting a bit tougher following that penalty. We've got 2nd and 15. Throwing now, off play action. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
Here he is on 3rd and long. That's caught for the 1st. Well, 3rd and 15, you don't see many of those picked up, partner, but they found a way.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
And he's into the front for a gain of about 2. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 39-yard line.
from the 39. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Offense in the hurry up here.
The tackle made back at his 48-yard line.
Off the play fake, he'll throw. And the catch is made, but he's out of bounds. Oh, wait a second, but there's a penalty on the play. Tempting to perhaps take the yards and run third down again, partner, but they decline it. That's going to bring up fourth down. All right, one more snap before the 2-minute warning. Here he goes. Got to have this on fourth down. Catch is made down the right sideline. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Down a couple of scores, but still some time left and 3 timeouts as well. It's 1st and 10. Here's Rattler. Escapes the pocket. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. Cooper to Jane in to pick it up. And the Eagles get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season. Oh boy. They cleaned up the fumbling issues from the last drive, and now it's an interception that turns the ball over.
Yeah, and 2 very different tones and tenors on these 2 sidelines. One coach is pleading, begging for some ball security. The other is simply saying, keep it up, boys. Keep taking that ball away. Job well done.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Wow, they're going to pass it here. This finds Smith. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Working fast as the clock ticks towards 0. Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. He just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
Here he is to throw on 3rd and 2. That's complete. Here's Brown. It's a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles can put this out of reach as they make it a 16-point lead. A.J. Brown, the touchdown. His 3rd through the air this game. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period, End of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
Elliott on now to attempt the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Eagles take a 3-possession lead.
Saints 14. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30.
something you gotta leave with the fans.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Running behind center with Kamara. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
2nd down carry for Jones. And he gains ground to the 33 before being stopped. The outcome's decided here, but we got a timeout with 2 seconds on the clock so they can think it over before their final play. All right, one more snap to play here. It's Kamara on 3rd down. He gets the 1st and more to the 45. So the Eagles will fly out of here with a road win. And they carried some of that winning football from last game into this contest. Now a modest little win streak blossoming for them, Brock. They've got 2 in a row as they get out of here with a victory.